Warren Edward Buffett was born on August 30th, 1930, in Omaha, Nebraska, a place that would become as iconic as his name. He was the second of three children and the only son of Layla and Howard Buffett, a stockbroker and later a U.S. congressman. Even as a child, Warren showed a fascination with numbers, money, and business. At the age of 6, he bought packs of Coca-Cola and resold the bottles individually for a profit. By age 11, he had already bought his first stock, Citi Service Preferred, 3 shares at $38 each. The young Buffett didn't just dabble in business, he lived it. He read every book about investing he could find in the Omaha Public Library, some more than once. He studied the stock market as a teenager and filed his first tax return at the age of 14, listing his bicycle as a deduction. He ran newspaper routes, sold chewing gum door to door, and launched side businesses like pinball machine rentals and stamp resales. Every dollar was earned, saved, and reinvested. Warren's early education came from Columbia University, where he studied under Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. Graham's book, The Intelligent Investor, became Buffett's Bible. He learned about intrinsic value, margin of safety, and the importance of buying great companies at fair prices. Graham offered him a job at his investment firm after seeing Warren E.'s unmatched enthusiasm and insight into stocks. That moment defined Buffett's philosophy for life: invest in what you understand and hold long-term. Returning to Omaha, Warren started Buffett Partnership Limited in 1956. With just $100 of his own money and a few thousand from family and friends, he began what would become one of the most legendary investment careers in history. He wasn't looking for flashy companies or trends. He sought undervalued businesses with solid fundamentals and competent management. One of his earliest and most famous investments was a struggling textile company, Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett took control of Berkshire Hathaway in the 1960s, not for its textile potential, but for its structure. He transformed it into his primary investment vehicle. Over time, he used it to acquire companies like Geico, See's Candies, The Washington Post, and many more. Buffett wasn't just buying stocks, he was building an empire. His style was patient, methodical, and deeply rational. He stayed away from speculation, short-term thinking, and emotion-driven markets. In the 1980s and 1990s, Buffett became a household name. His annual letters to shareholders became must-reads for investors around the globe. He used plain language, wit, and deep wisdom to explain his thoughts about business, risk, and life. He famously said, "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful," a principle that would guide him through decades of market turbulence. Buffett's approach to life is as interesting as his investment strategies. He still lives in the same house he bought in 1958. He drinks Coca-Cola every day and eats at McDonald's. He doesn't use a smartphone. Despite being one of the richest men in the world, he lives simply and gives generously. His humility, humor, and common sense have made him not only a financial giant, but a beloved figure worldwide. He developed a powerful friendship and partnership with Charlie Munger, his longtime vice chairman at Berkshire. Munger's rational thinking and philosophical insights balanced Buffett's pragmatism. Together, they built Berkshire Hathaway into a conglomerate with stakes in dozens of industries, including railroads, insurance, tech, consumer goods, and energy. Buffett famously avoided investing in tech for years because he didn't understand it. But when he finally did invest, like in Apple, it wasn't because it was trendy, but because it had become a consumer staple with predictable earnings and a strong moat. That's the hallmark of Buffett's investing genius, understanding what creates long-term value. His views on wealth are equally legendary. In 2006, Buffett announced he would give away over 99% of his fortune. He joined the Giving Pledge alongside Bill Gates and others, encouraging billionaires to commit to philanthropy. His donations have gone primarily to health, education, and poverty alleviation efforts. For Buffett, the joy is in the game of investing, not the luxury of riches. In times of crisis, Buffett's voice often brings calm to the markets. During the 2008 financial meltdown, he invested billions in struggling firms like Goldman Sachs and Bank of America, showing faith in the resilience of the U.S. economy. His words carry weight not just because of his fortune, but because of his track record of clarity, patience, and conviction. Buffett has often said that his greatest investment wasn't a stock, it was a book, Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book taught him how to connect with others and become a better communicator. It shaped how he leads people and how he mentors future generations. Today, Berkshire Hathaway owns over 60 companies outright and holds significant stakes in dozens more. Buffett continues to work from his modest office in Omaha, reading for hours a day, analyzing reports, and thinking long-term. He's over 90 years old, yet his mind remains sharp, and his wisdom continues to inspire. His legacy isn't just about making money, it's about how to think, how to live, and how to lead with integrity. He taught the world that you don't need to be flashy to be brilliant, that success isn't about trends or speed, but discipline and deep understanding. Warren Buffett's nickname, the Oracle of Omaha, isn't just about his predictions. It's about the timeless truths he lives by. He's proof that slow and steady truly can win the race. That doing what you love with people you admire while staying humble can build a life of meaning and wealth beyond dollars. So if you've made it this far in the video, give it a like. It really helps support this channel and makes a big difference. Share this video with your friends and community, especially those who are passionate about investing or learning from the greats. Subscribe if you want more documentaries and stories like this. And I want to hear from you in the comments. What part of Warren Buffett's story impressed you the most? Do you already invest, or are you thinking about it now? Let's talk about it. I read every comment. Thanks for watching, and remember, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago.